Hello, everybody. It's Dack here. We may have messed up a little bit. So basically, right, I'm going on vacation. I'm going to Maine, and Zach, he's also going on vacation. He's going to New Jersey, and then I'm coming back for a little bit, and then I'm taking Zach to Maine with me again. So basically, right, we didn't have enough time to record this episode, but please, to the 19 people who watch or listen to our Spotify uh podcast, listen to the podcast. All right, I'm going to do a little special thing for you people, right? So since it's just me, right, I'm going to um I'm going to record myself doing something I don't really know yet. I'm gonna brainstorm something. Um, I'll probably read something or something just like really stupid. Like I'm gonna do just like basically a really dumb thing. And yeah, that's what you get. So this is the intro for the thing. I'm gonna make it a regular podcast episode. Well, not a regular podcast episode, but the regular length of a podcast episode. Maybe we'll throw in some extra clips and stuff of us messing around. But yeah. So have fun with this one. All right, so I figured out what I'm gonna do. Right, I'm on Reddit right now, and I've gone to the Am I the Asshole subreddit, right? So I'm just gonna read exactly three posts on this subreddit, and then I'm gonna do an outro, and that's going to be this episode. Now, I'm just gonna explain how this works. This episode will not count. Like Zach will still host the next episode of the podcast, and we will still be doing that. All right. And I know that we've got two bad episodes in a row, man. I'm sorry. It wasn't supposed to be like this. It's just happened like this. So I'm just gonna record myself watching or reading these on Reddit, and we will see. All right, we will see. So first up, we've got this one, right? This says am I the asshole for telling my friend that she should wear her bikini to the pool? My best friend was visiting me this week, and since it's summer, we decided we wanted to go to the pool. She has been on antidepressants for the past 2 years and made her gain a ton of weight. She used to be very slim and skinny like me, but the meds have completely changed her body composition. She brought a few bathing suits and was asking for my opinion on them. She had a one piece and a bikini she was deciding between. She kept saying she looked too fat in the bikini and might wear the one piece. I actually thought the one piece looked better, but I didn't say anything because it was up to her. She modeled both for me and asked for my opinions, and all I said was, I like the one piece better. She asked me if I thought she looked fat in the bikini. I said no, I just like the other one better. She started to act super triggered and kept accusing me of thinking she's fat, and I told her to F off and wear whatever she wants. She put on the one piece and kept making snarky comments about how I think she's fat, and I would ignore her, but she kept taunting me with her comments, so I just snapped and said, yeah, you couldn't wear a bikini because it doesn't look good on you. Happy now? So you wanted me to say so badly? She started packing her bags and went somewhere. I haven't heard from her since. I heard from our mutual friend Allie that she's safe. She just went to a hotel and rebooked her flight. But Allie told me that apparently my friend told her that I called her fat, and Allie says I could have handled the situation better, even when I told her the real story. Am I the asshole? Yes, you should have handled the situation better, like your mutual friend said. Next one, let me go to the back to the how do I write it? Okay, there we go. Um, Let me see. Am I the asshole for refusing to? Oh, this is a long. Oh my God, refusing to drive to my wife's monthly family get together. My wife, 35F, and I, 35M, have been. I just realized that I'm basically just doing TikTok at this point. Like I could turn this into a TikTok video and probably get millions of views, but we're not going to question that. My wife and I have been married for 3 years. Her family is very tight knit, and every month they have a family get together at my wife's every month. Oh my God, at my wife's parents' house. It is always on Sundays because my wife's siblings and kids have family activity or have activities on Saturdays. Whoops. So Sunday is the only free day everyone has. They live a 33-hour drive from us. That sounds horrible. We always make a day trip because obviously we have to work on Monday. Needless to say, it's a lot of driving in one day. Yeah, 6 hours of driving. Yeah. The get together is usually just a nice meal and some games, nothing too fancy or crazy. I like our family and enjoy hanging out with them, but there have been times where I don't feel like I'm going, and where I don't feel like going on there, and there's no hard feelings about not attending. Problem is that if I don't attend, my wife doesn't attend, and she's a very anxious driver, especially on freeways and highways. Get better driving, where aggressive drivers and semi-trucks tend to be more common. She's never been in an accident or anything like that. She just doesn't feel comfortable driving long distances, afraid of speeding cars. Then drive back roads. Oh, that's crazy. It freaks her out. So if I don't go, she won't drive herself. Also isn't anyone else from her family that lives nearby that can come pick us up without at least adding 2 hours to their drive. Last month we didn't attend because I had just gotten back from work trip and wanted to use that time to relax at home. My wife and in-laws understood. The months get together to this coming Sunday. My wife is adamant that we attend this one because we missed the last one. I told her I will go, but she's going to have to drive at least one leg of a trip. I don't want to be driving for 6 hours like every other time. She started a fight because she hates driving on freeways, yada yada yada. I told her uh, her face in her phone for two-thirds of the drive, and I can slow and easy. It would be good practice for her to become more comfortable. That sounds like a good idea. She's not agreeing to this. Okay. See, basically, right, the wife doesn't want to drive because she's scared. I think that she should drive with the husband helping because then she can get better at driving. So that's another one solved. I solved another marital issue. Let's go. Um, oh my God, I just realized that this has only been like 6 minutes and I've literally recorded and I've literally read two of these things. Oh my God. All right, let's see. What the fuck is that? WIBTAH? What the fuck is that? Would I be, okay, I see. Would I be the asshole for kicking my son out if after he refuses to do anything or help pay rent? Sounds like you might not be. I, 39 female, live with my husband, 39 male, and three children, 19, 13, and 5. Only the youngest is shared with my husband, and the other two are from a previous relationship. With my husband is only the only parent working. Whoops. My 19-year-old male son moved out a year ago, but was back within 6 months and living in our lounge room on a mattress as we didn't have a spare bedroom. Bozo. We had to move soon anyways because our lease was ending. Also, bozo. So we discussed it with our son on what his plans were. As the current rental situation is hard to get into, he decided to stick it out at home. He was working full time, bringing in about 1 grand per week. That's pretty nice. We moved into a new, bigger house, giving everyone their own space. We discussed with him to pay his way, 180 for rent, 40 for all bills, and 100 towards food. This okay, that seems like interesting a lot actually, because that'd be like over to that'd be 220, right? I don't know, $320. Whoops, I'm kind of stupid. $320 for living in your parents' house. Yeah, I guess that's not that much for because it also goes towards food and the bills, and then 180 just for regular rent. So I could see that. I could see just taking away the 40 for bills just because the 180 for rent seems like you're just giving him the space for $180, which seems like a lot if they're your family. So like 180 could be for rent and bills, and then 100 for food. Although 100 for food seems like a lot if you have only 5 people living in the house. But whatever. He sleeps all day and is all up all night playing on his Xbox, but the company my husband worked for was liquidated. Yikes. We were left with nothing to pay the bills or get food last few weeks. It's been really hard. We were behind on everything. Since this has happened, we have had to limit food to make it last, which my son has been eating nonstop at night, enough for 2 to 3 people per meal. Just doesn't seem to care when I bring this up to him, and it's gotten to the point where I don't eat so that the kids can. Yikes. He just got his tax done, and straight away he has uh, ordered Uber Eats again, while the rest of us struggle. He just doesn't care and expects us to pay and cover him financially. We can't afford to. Would I be the asshole for kicking him out? I feel like you shouldn't kick him out. I feel like you should have a conversation with him. Like sit down, be like, this is the thing, and if you don't pay, then you gotta get out of here. I think that's how that works. Let's go solving other issues. This recording is not even 10 minutes long yet. Maybe here we go. Here is what we'll do. Let me look up what other things can I look at on Reddit. Okay, that didn't help. Let me look up stories. Let's just see some stories, communities, stories. Or no, we'll go with cheating stories. Let's put my reaction to this. Hopefully they're not long. Okay, it's not that long. Revenge cheating while pregnant. Interesting. My boyfriend and I have had a rocky relationship of 2 years, mainly due to me. I have lied about a lot of things, including body count, selling pics when texting ex about their dead mom. Oh, that's not good. Last time I slept with my ex before him, etc. I found out I was pregnant in November. Eventually, one day in January, he asked me if there was anything I wasn't telling him. I came out clean on everything, even the small stuff he didn't want to hear slash know. He went through my phone, my old phone, my laptop, my watch, my journal to make sure he knew absolutely everything. All of this I allowed, all while he was a complete asshole to me. Made me feel horrible for everything. I shouldn't have lied about any of it. It was only due to me being worried he wouldn't like me as much, which was awful of me. When I found out he had been cheating on me virtually, what? Sending slash receiving pics, trying to meet up to have sex, and sending them money for nudes. What? Virtually. I found out in April. It has been since February. He said this was revenge for me lying, that he was sorry and would never do it again and overreacted. Well, it's August. I had his baby in early July. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it seems like you're both in the wrong there, buddy. It seems like you're both in the wrong. Let me go to what could go wrong. Let's see what's going on here. Making a presentation about kids. Zoom on the large screen. Inequality, equality, equity, justice. All right, that's not good. I'm gonna go back to Am I the Asshole? Where is it? Am I the Asshole? Let's go. Fuck, it's the wrong subreddit again. I went to the wrong subreddit again. All right. Let me see. I'm just gonna scroll down. Actually, you know what I can do? I can just go to top rated, and then I can get all the good ones. So let's go to top rated. Okay. All the top rated ones were the ones. Okay, here we go. Oh, this one is mud marked and not the asshole. Well, let's read it anyway. Let's see if I agree with that statement. Am the asshole for telling my brother he's dead to me for stealing his art from my wife? What? My brother is a fairly well-known artist in my area. He's a sculptor and a complete piece of shit. My wife loves him and has always supported him. She would show everyone his sculpture he made for her, and people would buy it from him. Her sculpture is one of the very first ones he made after he got out of rehab for the millionth time. Yikes. He was at our house a month ago and saw his sculpture. He said that he was embarrassed by how shitty it was compared to the one what he makes now. He asked if he could take it every work to make it better. My wife agreed because she's an amazing, trusting woman. He sold it. He sold it for 15K. 15 G's, 50,000 buckaroos, which wasn't enough to pay off the people that he owed money to. I don't see why that's in here, but whatever. He could have asked me for the money, and I would have paid it. Instead, he broke my wife's heart, and I hate him for doing that. I went to see him in the hospital and told him he was dead to me, and never to come near my family again. Why was he in the hospital? What? My mom called to scream at me for putting more stress on him. He is such a vulnerable point in his life, or he's at such a vulnerable point in my life. I know this is, but you have not. No, no, what? You have not idea what this did to my wife? Jesus Christ, this is confusing. My father called me to talk about it and said my mom was inconsolable. I told him that his other son stole not just a shitty piece of art, but my wife's belief in his redemption. I said that if my mother insisted on fucking with me over. What the fuck? The grammar in this hurts me. No, you're not. I agree with this statement. Can I look at more that are just not? There we go. Alright, let me see. Amelia, oh my fucking god. I'm not looking at that one. That one was literally like four paragraphs long. This one, oh my god, this one's 7 paragraphs. And the asshole, I took $2,000 to get off the plane and come home late. Alright, this one's only one paragraph. Wait, this is nice. Delta gave me $2,000 to skip my flight. This is $2,000 that can be spent anywhere. My flight looked like it was going to get canceled anyway. It did. So now I have $2,000 in a hotel stay, but my fiance is mad at me because I chose the money over coming home, but it looked like the flight was going to be canceled. Not to mention I called my once and texted once to ask her opinion. She didn't answer either, so I had to make the decision myself. She claims because she's been in a semi-depressed state the last few days. It is crazy of me to ever make that decision. She has not communicated to me how bad she really is right now. Last night when we spoke, she seemed better. You're probably good. Let me see here. Not the asshole. Let me see. How do I get to? Oh, filter by flare, asshole. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to I'm trying to get ones that are just people being horrible people. So let me just try and get to the bottom of this subreddit. You know what I'm saying? How do I do that? Okay, here we go. Asshole posts. Am I okay? No, fuck, fuck. I fucked up. Guys, I fucked up. I fucked up. Shit. A hole. Oh, motherfucker. Okay, I'm just gonna go to am I the asshole? Communities. Am I the asshole? And then we're gonna go scroll down. We're gonna click asshole. There we go. Am I the asshole for shaming my friend? Uh, oh, I just dropped a notebook. My male 18 years old friend M25. What? Oh, this person is 18 years old. Their friend is 25 years old. Got angry when I talked about my frame rate in Genshin and Insomniac Spider-Man. So here's the situation. My newest friend, this seems like it's gonna be like stupid. Friend, we're talking about video games. He used the wrong we're. He used W-E apostrophe R-E when he should have used WERE, I believe. We're talking about video games, and he asked me to play Genshin with him. This guy's a weeb. He already deserves bad things. I answered that I already quit the game, then quitted the game. Wow, that is not right. Then the conversation evolved to a conversation about frame rates. How? He asked me what my frame, what my frames like. The fuck? I told him that I get 200 at least on Genshin and 100 in Spider-Man for some reason. I kind of complained about, wait, 100 frames per second, buddy. That's fine about the Spider-Man part because only get 100 at lowest graphics. Okay, yeah, interesting. Now this guy whom I know for a very brief time just goes ballistic on me. He made accusations that my parents had bought me a PC, that I am a worthless dependent person. I bought it on my own money. This is horrible spelling. I bought it on my own money. Earned it with Axie. Yes, I used to play that when SLP was high value. What the fuck is this? And I shamed him for having a deadbeat dad and a mother that abandoned him as a defense mechanism. I feel bad. What? I I genuinely could not tell you what any of that meant. I'm like actually like very confused. All right, this one's 4 paragraphs. This will probably be the last one because I've got 60 minutes on this recording and a minute 18 on the other recording. So together with this, it'll probably be like 20 minutes. So I'm good with 20 minutes of an episode. All right, this is supposed to be the worst episode ever. All right, like the last one, that was pretty bad because we just kept on switching topics, which was I just dropped my control on the ground, which was the whole point of the episode, right? Nah, it wasn't supposed to be, but it became the whole point of the episode when we didn't have a thing to do. Anyway, this is even worse. Like this is horrible. But that's what you get when we're all going on vacation, and it is currently the day before I go to vacation at 9:55 p.m. and I have to go to bed at 11 p.m. So, things are happening. All right, let me read this. Am I the asshole for getting upset with my parents for trying to find me a job? I FTM. What is that? What does that mean? What does FTM mean? Female to male. Oh, okay, I see they're trans. Okay, so female to male. I, female to male, 18, have autism and I have tons of anxiety and panic attacks. I live at home with my family, my very homophobic parents, and 2 sisters because I'm trying to finish my grade 12 online, but I have no motivation and no money to move out because I still don't have a job. I really want to move out because they don't accept me for who I am and are horrible people to me. I get overwhelmed easily and have no motivation, and my mom always calls me lazy and making excuses for my autism. She just doesn't understand that I have sensory issues and can't handle loud and busy places. I feel more comfortable outside of the house with friends or at the mall. So how the mall would be a loud place, but okay. So I can go to Spencer's or Hot Topic rather than being stuck in my prison of a home. Today I was talking with my parents about work, and my dad works at Home Depot in my town and has offered me a job. And I tried to explain to him I can't with my sensory issues because it's too loud and too bright, but he just wouldn't listen to me. He said, "Oh, well, we could just start you out slow and get used to the job." I tried to reiterate that it's not the job itself, it's the environment, but he kept going. We could have just where am I? Lost my place. We could have just come in for even an hour to just an hour a week to start, and you can work your way up. And I'm just sitting there thinking, this is why I don't talk to you guys, because you never actually listen to me. Because you think you know so much better than me. Like it would be so much better if I didn't live here. And at one point, they were ignoring me. He just said, Do you think you are more cognitively impaired than coworker he works with who has Down syndrome?" And I was sitting there like, no, W2F. Everyone has different abilities when you have autism. Like, I do things that are easy for normal people become a lot harder. Wait, what the fuck? Like, capital I do things that are easy for normal people become a lot harder, and then they start talking about how lazy I think what they mean to say is that like things that would be easy for like people without autism are harder for them, I think is what they're saying. But yeah, I think that's what they're saying. They start talking about how lazy, and again, even though I wasn't being listened to in the least, I had to explain that I'm not lazy, but if I cannot get invested in something, I cannot physically do it. And the way my brain is wired, just forcing myself to do it not only doesn't work, but it can be extremely detrimental to my mental health. I hate that they don't listen to me, and when I tell them that they're not listening, they say they are, and I have to correct them to say, "No, you're hearing what I'm saying, but you're not actually listening." I just want to move out. I can't stand living with them. Like, how awful are they? They have no consideration for my feelings or sensory issues, and they get pissed off at me for calling them out. I just want to actually be listened to about what I need and not having it passed off as if I'm trying hard enough for once in my life. So am I the asshole for getting upset at my parents for not listening to me when trying to tell me about getting a job? Let's see what the comments say, because honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so this person is saying, is Home Depot that much brighter and noisier than the mall? Which I do agree, because like even if they like they said that they go to Spencer's and stuff, I do could see how that would be less bright than a Home Depot and less noisy than a Home Depot. But so then just try and get a job at the Spencer's that you like to go to, or like somewhere in the mall that you like to go to. Like it doesn't have to be Home Depot. Is not the Home Depot is not the only like the only place in your town, because you said that there's a mall with lots of stores. So let's see this. They go on to say, you say you want to get out of your parents' house, trying to see if you can figure out a way to handle a job in a low demand environment, like 1 hour a week, might help you learn how to support yourself eventually so that you can leave. Or do you have another plan in mind? If your plan is to never try anything and live with your parents that you hate forever, then you're the asshole. I could see that. I can see that. Yeah, that's a good point. And then this person said, so you can hang out in other retail spaces that are not home, just not ones where you have to do some work. You're the asshole. You aren't coming up with any suggestions, just telling people to fix your issue that you have every excuse under the book for. You should be grateful that your parents are trying for you, because you certainly ain't. I can see that. I wonder if this person has responded to anything. Let me see. No, they have not. So, yeah, they literally just posted this one post and then did not ever come back. So, let me see. Apologies, just seeking clarification. I don't live in the USA. Isn't the mall bright and noisy? You can't handle loud and busy places, but go to Hot Topic. We don't have Hot Topic stores where I live. I looked it up and it said they were about videos and gaming, so I assume they're quite loud. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, like Hot Topics are like Spencer's, like similar thing, but for like games, less than adult things. And they literally are like loud and bright. Like, I don't understand how it's different. It's clothes and stuff, but definitely very loud music and overwhelming the product variety. Thank you. I'd say Home Depot is much less stimulating than the mall. Because like if depending on the Home Depot, there are certain areas of Home Depot that are very bright, but also I raise you, hot topic, being as bright as a Home Depot. Again, a mall being as bright, probably brighter than a Home Depot. Because think about it. In a Home Depot, you have the big industrial lights, right? But it's like a warehouse, so they're really high up. In a mall, you have the same industrial lights, but they're usually closer to you. Like malls have high ceilings, but they're usually closer to you because the ceiling isn't as big as a Home Depot. You know what I'm saying? I'm really using my brain on this one. I'm confused about how you plan on moving out when you aren't willing to work. I understand your diagnosis and sensory issues personally, but there are plenty of jobs out there sorry, that would be okay if you actually take some initiative and figure out what will work for you. The time for excuses is over. You're the asshole. Yeah. So it seems like the consensus on this is that the mall is way more uh sensory, it's way brighter and stuff. And you know what I'm gonna do? This is a long one, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it because you got 24 minutes. Might as well go to the full like 40-minute. So, you know, let me get ready for this one. Let me see this one, like two, three, four, like about 5 paragraphs long. Me, 30 male, and my girlfriend, 27 female, have been together for 2 years and know each other for five, or known each other for five. No, actually, he does say know each other for five. We're not going to question these things though. From May 22nd to May 23rd, we had to go through LD. What the fuck is LD? But I am back. Wait, what is LD? What is LD? Learning disability? That doesn't make it. That is in this context. That doesn't make any sense. We're not going to question that. We had to go through LD, but I am back. She has always been not happy with the distance we live apart. 45 to 60 with public transport, plus both live with parents, and both live with parents. Buddy, you're 30. Whatever. She's only visited me twice, even though I invited her over multiple times. Last week, I had a surgery which bedridden me for 3 days. Had to stay in the hospital, which are at least 20 more minutes away on top of the original distance. Interesting. She has two dogs and works 12 to 19, hours a week, I'm assuming. But that doesn't even make sense. She works 12 to 19. Oh, this must be like someone in Europe because it might be like European time. Even then, that's not that many hours. 12 to 19? Because like if we're thinking about this like a 24-hour clock, right? What would 19 be? 19 would be what is 19 on a 24-hour clock? 19 is 7. So she works from 12 like noon, I'm assuming, to 7 p.m. or 12 like midnight to 7 a.m. Regardless of what times those are, that is like nothing. Like that is barely anything. If I'm seeing this right. If I'm not, then I don't know what that means. But regardless, she has 2 days off, Sunday and Monday. She didn't visit me at the hospital, wasn't there when I was going into the operation, and wasn't there when I was out, which to me is fine because she's working that day. Before the surgery, I really wanted her to visit me during my stay. In reality, I'm happy she didn't visit because I was too drunk to even look straight. Um, I was discharged from the hospital at Saturday. I was capable of sitting and talking for a few hours, or no, sitting and talking for a few hours. Yeah, so I'm assuming that this person lives in like somewhere, probably in Europe or somewhere, and they don't speak English, so they translated it from whatever language they speak to English because the 24-hour clock thing, but then also like just these like talking for a few hours, that's like some mistakes that like Google Translate will make or something like that. So that's what I'm assuming happened, or they just don't speak English the best. She mentioned visiting me, but she didn't. On her first day off, Sunday, she took the day to rest, napped a little because she was menstruating. Third day, and nothing specific. Around 9:30 p.m., we message on and off all day long. I mentioned that I'm scared of going out and it may take a while for me to get used to it, etc. She said that she may try to visit, or I should just or she may try to visit, and I should just focus on healing. On her second day off, Monday, she and her family all had eye checkup in a hospital that is 5 minutes walking distance from my house. No serious or hasty situations, just regular checkup after the treatments. So if the hospital is 5 minutes walking distance from you, then why did you say it was 20 minutes driving distance from you? These things aren't adding up here, man. Maybe it's like the hospital that's 5 minutes away is not actually a hospital. It's just like a doctor's place, and then the like hospital is actually 20 minutes away. And again, that could be an issue with Google Translate translating it because I could see hospital and like doctor's office being not translated or being translated in the same thing. You know what I mean? On her second day off, Monday, she had an eye checkup. Yeah, I already read that. And then all family returned to their home. Around 13, yeah, so this is definitely European. Or not European, but out of the US. Around 13, she and her sister gone to the hairdresser and returned home around 17, and that's that. Now it's been a week since the surgery and I feel fine generally. I have a strict daily plan to keep up, but I can do what? Sorry, I got cut off there, mate. So, okay, so the deal is she has a birthday party tomorrow, Saturday. Her original date was prior to my surgery, and we celebrated already, which will be held in her friend's house that is 90 plus minutes far from mine. For this party, she is taking her final day off for vacation days for the year. My father volunteered to drop me off and pick me up if I wanted to go. I didn't realize before, but she didn't visit me while she had 2 days free in a row, and while she already visited the hospital next to my house, I'm thinking not to go just to see or if she will ever visit me. Am I being petty? Would I be an asshole if I didn't go to her party voluntarily, which I'm perfectly capable. She's totally fine if I can't make it to her party. Let's see what the comments say, because I want to get this recording to 45 minutes, or 40 minutes, I mean. You would be the asshole. You mentioned her visiting you twice, even though you invite her over. How many times have you visited her? Plus the 2 free days she had weren't free. She was sick for one of them. For the others, she had appointments, and even if the eye appointment was close to her house, maybe she had to drive with her family and couldn't make a pit stop. Plus, hair appointments have to be made in advance, take hours. Don't belittle them. You are perfectly capable of going to her B-day if she says, yeah, okay, so I agree with that. Because if you can go, you know, you should just go. Because it's better to just go. You know what I'm saying? But, let me see. Anything else? Info, do you want to go to her party? If you do, you'd skip it just to test her. That would be kind of shitty. Talk to her about how you feel. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause it sounds like they want to go though, because they want her to come visit them. So yes, I'm going to say that they are. And now, hold on. I just saw the distractible subreddit. I have to tell you this. This is the distractible alphabet. All right, so it's only filled out to I. Right, so A is for I Dios mio, but Italian, which is a quote from an episode. What? What? Yes. C for cannoli, which is interesting. D for dogs are fine. Thanks for asking. E for expound, which is a good one. F for fuck your dreams and your nightmares, which is a good one. G for good evening, gentle listeners. Good evening. I feel like, do they say evening? They might. H for have you heard of the superstitious, which is a good one. And I for I don't believe in ghosts, but when I turned around, which is it's a nice clip. J for Jungle Party, which is interesting. J for Jai Don't Believe in Joes, Jen Jai Jerned Around, which is nice. That's a real nice comment there, buddy. Um, uh, oh my God, what have I come across on the J Gillette subreddit? I found a comment from Jay Schlatt Vivo on the Black and Orange website, and it's talked about a continuity error in the video that he was watching on said Black and Orange website. That is truly beautiful. Wow, I love that that exists. I truly love that that exists. All right, well, um, that's all that I got for today. That's the episode. Hope you enjoyed. It's just me, Dak. Go watch. We have the podcast is now on YouTube. I manage that YouTube channel. Uh, so go over there, watch it again, even though you already watched it. Watch it again on the YouTube channel. We've got it's on Apple Podcast, Spotify. I think that's it. And then it's also we also have the Not Supreme Productions YouTube channel, which has a bunch of movies and stuff on it. Go watch it. It's pretty good. Um, yeah, have fun. Have fun. I'm just not gonna edit this. This is gonna be just completely raw footage. So everything you see here was completely raw off the dome, right off the cranium, straight out of the cranium into my microphone. So yeah, have fun. Watch more episodes. They will be better than this, I promise. Next episode will be fun. I promise.